Hey everybody, Mike Chipperini at Chipper's Island Adventures, and today is not much of an adventure. I am here in front of the drop-off at the Onan Cummins Repair Center because about a month ago I went to start up my generator and it would not start. So stay tuned. So anyway, I'm here at the Onan Cummins Repair Center here in Dedham, Mass. And what happened is about a month ago, I went to start up my generator and do a monthly test, and it would not start. And I've already gone through a lot of the steps to determine what was wrong. And one of the steps I made sure was that I had power at the generator. Unfortunately, I do have power at the generator, but for whatever reason, it's not recognizing it, or it's not seeing it, or whatever. I'm not sure, but the switch doesn't even have a light on it. And I believe there's usually a light on the switch when you're underneath at the generator. So I immediately started calling around. I've only had to go to a Onan center once, and that was during a recall. And when I did that, I went to a different location, but that location has since closed down. So I just drove about an hour out here to Dedham, and I'm gonna drop off my rig. It's sitting over here. My lovely wife has her car ready to go, and we're just gonna get out of here in a minute. You can see there are other rigs here, and this will be interesting. I do know I saw a review on this place as far as RV repair, and they really did a good job, so I'm very, very hopeful this will work out, not be an expensive thing. And I'll tell you, I don't like dropping off my rig anywhere for a period of time. I just don't like it. As a matter of fact, last year I drove all the way out to Forest City to have in Iowa to have recalls and a repair done on my rig, and they were both small. I was out of there within a couple hours, but I made a long drive. But I also did a lot of sightseeing along the way. So I just went ahead and dropped the keys in the drop box with my information and stuff. Gonna do a quick walk around here. I know I left my vent open, so I'm gonna go ahead and close that. She's looking pretty good. There's my solar panel sitting on the dash. Keep that chassis battery topped off. What a sad sight. An empty lot. This is where I usually keep my Travato. So hey everybody, I figured I'd give you an update on my generator debacle. And as you saw, I dropped off the rig and brought it to the Cummins Service Center. And what they got back to me with a few days later is that the harness, the wiring harness, needed to be replaced due to lack of continuity. So I said okay to that. Yeah, okay, so what do we have? And what they said was, we'll replace that harness, but because of the lack of continuity, or however way it went bad, it may have compromise the inverter. And although the inverter isn't a really expensive part, it's labor intensive, and that's where you really start getting into big money. So my options were to go ahead, follow through on that, or to get a new generator. And one of the things that I was looking at was the fact that the generator I have currently is about 2.5 years old, which puts it about 6 months out of warranty. Meanwhile, I could fork out all this money. I'd have the generator, no warranty, but it would be running. Or for a little bit more, because that's the cost of all this with the labor, I could get a new generator and have 2 years warranty. So that's what I opted to go with. Now, when I went ahead and said that's what I'm going to do, they told me that they had checked and there were about 3 to 5 generators at the depot where they get all their stock from. Well, by the time they processed the order, the depot was empty of that particular generator, the Onan 2800i. So my point of contact basically stated that if I want to wait, they'll go ahead and see if they could find others at other depots across the country, or I could find one on my own. And that's exactly what I did. I went ahead, I found one on my own at approximately the same cost that they were going to charge me, and I went ahead and ordered it. So right now, they've had my van for about 2 weeks, and now I've just ordered a new generator from, I think the place is called Discount Generators. I'll put the link below. And the generator company said it takes a couple days to process and another 4 to 5 days for shipping. So it's going to take about a week to get here, and then we're probably talking about another week for the install and all that good stuff. So I'm going to be out of the loop for a month with my van. However, good news is I'm going to Vegas here in a couple days, so I'm going to get some content going. And you know, I love having my van around. Unfortunately, I didn't get to use it too much this summer due to the fact that I was traveling via plane over in Europe, and then I had the 4th of July and all that, and then we had company for the entire month of August, so I couldn't just start off and go somewhere. And then, as I said before, that when I went to do my generator test in August just to exercise it, I got nothing. So that's why I am where I am right now with the generator. So this video is just basically informing you about the Onan or my Onan. And if you've had any problems with yours, let me know, because I do find it peculiar that the depot that had 3 to 5 generators in stock, when they processed the order, didn't have any. So is it because other generators are going bad across the country? You know, and people are making basically the same decision I'm making? I don't know. Could be totally coincidental. But if you've had major problems with yours, please let me know. So, basically an informative video. If you like this video, feel free to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel. All the best to all, and happy adventuring.